Hello again and a very, very good evening. You are, of course, watching the Planet Cruise TV show. This is a regular show every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. And I know we've got a massive, loyal audience that tune in every week and lots of new viewers, hopefully, as well. Now, tonight's show, we're featuring 5 outstanding cruises for you. And honestly, some of the price reductions are huge. And here to tell us all about them is my great friend. I'm going to be nice to him this evening, actually. Keith Maynard.
I don't believe it.
I am going to be nice.
What's happening? Are you feeling okay?
Well, everyone was commenting earlier. All the crew were talking about your tight top again and all these nasty things. So I'm going to be nice.
It's not tight. It's just the right size for me, that's all.
Yes. Extra, extra small. Anyway, but Keith, jokes apart, I am going to be nice, I promise you. Keith and I are great friends, but most importantly, Keith is the best person to have on the show because you really know the cruise industry.
Yeah, very lucky to have worked on board for 12 years as a cruise director, going to all these amazing places and looking after the entertainment and the activities on board these ships. And then, of course, 3 years now involved with Planet Cruise TV, you know, going out filming, doing the show with you, which has been amazing. So I've seen it from both sides. And I absolutely love cruising.
So Keith is going to really help us tonight, talking about all the great destinations. I've been on 21 cruises now as well. So together, hopefully, we can find the right cruise for you. Just want to talk about Planet Cruises as well, because I think when you're booking any holiday, you want to know that you're in very, very safe hands. And Planet Cruise are multi-award winning. So we don't want you to book with another agent. We want you to book with us. And here's some of the reasons why, Keith.
Absolutely. Well, you'll see there, open 7 days a week for your convenience. We've got a best price guarantee. If you see it better anywhere else, call us back, email us back, get in touch, and we'll do our best to match that or even beat it. And it's an unbiased service. And we work with all the big cruise lines, Sean. We're the largest independent operator, and we've got currently a 96% feedback rating online for our service. Yeah, and we win so many awards. And you're going to see throughout the course of the show, virtually every cruise line we sell for that are featured on the show, we're their #1 seller in the UK.
So that does allow us to bring you brilliant deals, really great deals. Many of the deals are exclusive, of course, as well. And I think because we are live on a Tuesday, we really do cherry pick all of the best offers that are available right now. Now, something else that we want you to be involved in is renaming our magazine. So this is the current name, isn't it, Keith?
Yeah, this is Journey, as it's been called. So if you're a regular watcher of the show, no doubt, and you've booked with us before, you'll be used to getting this through the post or looking at it online. And it's amazing. It's a great magazine. We've both written bits for it.
We certainly have. However, we'd like a new name, wouldn't we?
We would like a new name, yeah. So it's up to you. And if you do decide to enter, you stand a chance to win a wonderful goodie bag. Give me an ooh.
Ooh!
I know, the excitement in the studio is palpable. I'm sure back there in the homes, your heartbeats are beating.
But obviously, we really want you to name this magazine for us. So you can do that by either contacting us on Facebook at Planet Cruise, you're on Twitter, of course, and hello@planetcruise.co.uk. The closing date there, midday Sunday, rather. Get my glasses on. The 18th of October, midday Sunday. Talking of Twitter, Keith, you want our viewers right now to be part of the show as well, don't you?
I do. I mean, if you ever see me checking my phone here, it's because Twitter is always busy. And if you can tweet me at Beefy or tweet at Planet Cruise, and we'll get in contact and we'll chat to you. And lots of lovely things here. We've got Andrea Pritchard already saying looks like Keith's been to the gym again. That's what she just said. That's nice. But Dave said sat here in the Premier Inn waiting for Beefy Keefy and Sean Ryan on the show for Planet Cruise. And we've got lots of lovely things. Sonia saying can't wait for you to transport us to warmer climates on tonight's show.
Don't worry, we can certainly do that. Anyway, we better crack on, but keep those tweets coming in. We're going to start off with an absolutely incredible offer with Cunard. 5-star ultimate luxury. I don't think I've ever seen a price quite as good as this, not for 7 nights.
No, and again, one of my old companies, they are a 5-star luxury company, so this is an incredible price for that.
Well, I'm going to be cruising with them next year, but here's a taster of what life is like on board with Cunard.
Cunard is synonymous with elegance, luxury and its renowned White Star service, which for years has set the standards that everybody else has been wanting to reach. With over 170 years of experience, they have one of the oldest histories but the youngest fleets, and their 3 beautiful ships are truly as spectacular as the destinations they visit.
Sailing with Cunard, even arriving at dinner is an occasion worth savouring. With menus expertly created by master chefs, all the food is freshly prepared, perfectly seasoned and beautifully served. Whether it's a light and fluffy scone in the Queen's Room, pasta straight from the pan, or a 7-course banquet in the Britannia restaurant.
Cruising with Cunard is always exciting, as you never ever know who you're going to meet. You might spot some familiar faces, including writers, actors, filmmakers, politicians, explorers, scientists, historians, and even the occasional astronaut. And likely as not, it's because they've been invited to entertain you as part of the fabulous Cunard Insights lecture programme. You can relax in the famous Golden Lion pub where draft beers and British classics like fish and chips will make you feel right at home. Later, maybe you'll try cognac in the cigar bar Churchill's or sip some pre-show bubbles. My choice, though, would definitely be here in the Commodore Club. Great views, superb live music, and the legendary expertise of Cunard's martini mixologists. With cocktail parties, West End style theatre shows, comedians and musical stars from both sides of the pond. Dance hosts will waltz you around the dance floor in one of the magical themed balls, or you can simply watch a match in the pub. But my favourite thing is the sheer amount of live music all around the ship, with party bands, jazz bands, full orchestras, pianists, and even a harpist. It really is a music lover's heaven. From comfortable inside staterooms to lavish Queen's Grill duplexes, complete with expansive balconies and private butlers, there really is something to suit every taste and budget. But whatever you choose, you're going to enjoy a spacious and luxurious home away from home, full of those little touches that make all the difference. Wrap yourself up in a soft bathrobe, ease into your slippers, order something truly delicious from the free 24-hour room service, and then settle down to a good film. Perfect.
How amazing does that look? I don't mean you, Keith. I mean, I mean the Queen Victoria.
Absolutely. Well, she is a proper queen, whereas I'm not sure.
No,
so
exactly.
There we go.
But you know, seriously, to get that experience, 5-star. For this kind of price is unheard of. And you are saving tonight, by the way. I'm just looking at the brochure price. This is a massive saving to kick off the show. £550. I think this one's going to go really quickly. What a great time to go. Beginning of January is always so depressing, isn't it?
It is, and this is a great way, of course, for you to get out of that, for you to go have everything, be pampered, be looked after, great entertainment, and amazing ports. The ports you're going to here are fab.
It doesn't get a better start to 2016. So straight from Southampton, that's great in terms of luggage, isn't it, Keith?
Yeah, really, really good. And again, you're going to get on board that wonderful warm welcome as you walk on board a Cunard liner. You know, and this Cunard Queen, it'll be a beautiful reception. All the bellboys are there, and they're dressed in the red that you saw at the start of the video.
Yeah.
Heading out of Southampton, you've got a relaxing day at sea to enjoy the great lectures, the great onboard entertainment, the plethora of live music that Cunard are famous for.
And you were telling me, Keith, before the show, Cunard, this is what they get up for. Those days at sea are really great.
They specialise in that. That's where they made their history, crossing the Atlantic backwards and forwards. They're the only line that really do specialise in sea days. So you know, it's a great way. Then you're getting into Copenhagen. You've got an overnight here, which is a great start. So you've got 2 full days to enjoy this amazing city where people rather than cars set the pace. It's known as the Venice of the North. It's founded on a series of islands and inlets, and it's linked with these graceful canals, and it's got delightful architecture. You think of Nijhaven, where Hans Christian Andersen made his name, and you're seeing some of the wonderful canals there that kind of litter the city. You've got amazing food. You know, you've got the Danish pastries that are famous for this area. You've got the open-faced Schmudersburg as well that you can go and tuck into. Tivoli Gardens. That's the Little Mermaid, of course. That's very famous. It's a very famous statue. But I wouldn't even head to that. I would head out to the palaces. I would head out to places like Friedensburg Castle, and I would head to places where you get a changing of the guard taking place at noon when the royal family are in residence. I would also head out. I mentioned Tivoli Gardens, of course. It's one of the world's oldest leisure parks. Over 400,000 different flowers for you to enjoy. There's street performances. There's rides to go on. It's a magical city, Sean. It really, really is. And then wander down Nijhaven if you get a chance, because it's beautiful. That's where Hans Christian Andersen was brought up. It's got brightly painted houses, all 17th century. A canal with these beautiful wooden boats, and you see in the Smullersburg there these open-faced traditional sandwiches. It's a great place to wander around, and it's all about people. It's all about the friendly locals, and it's all about a very accessible, very green, very environmental feel. You know, the Scandinavians really do it so well. They can teach us an awful lot about how to produce a beautiful garden-filled city.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. So you are there overnight on board. Another day at sea, isn't it, Keith?
That's right. Then Hamburg. The port actually here is amazing. Hamburg is one of these places, and Cunard have a great history with Hamburg. And as you sail in, you often see a lot of the locals come out and they'll wave you in because they love Cunard. The Germans love Cunard, and they really will. And every time I used to spend so many days here, and we used to turn around in here on Queen Mary 2, Queen Victoria, of course, is one of my old ships. And it's an incredible city. More than 2,100 bridges in this city. That's more than Venice and Amsterdam combined, Sean. It dates back to the 9th century. It's got a beautiful Gothic old quarter. You're seeing some of the wonderful cathedrals. Just look at that. Lit up at night, you've got this gorgeous warehouse district with these wonderful little cobbled streets that join up these areas here. Okay, and this is this warehouse district, and at night they reflect lights up on the side of the buildings, and it's absolutely beautiful. And of course, because you've got the overnight there, you can explore it by day and by night. The Beatles started their international career here in the 1960s, and you've got the Reeperbahn, one of the great entertainment districts of the world. Just a little fact, it's the 3rd biggest port in the world after New York and London.
Actually, it looks magical, doesn't it? Then another day at sea, and again, they will be spectacular, and then back to Southampton. I think this is amazing, one of the best offers we've ever had. Let's just take you on board one final time. I mean, the opulence with the Queen Victoria.
Yeah, that's the main atrium area there. You know, sometimes you get performances going on. We used to have carol singing at Christmas there. The wonderful Lido, you know, with this international cuisine and that great White Star service that Cunard are famous for, and the fantastic spas on board.
And I have to say, although all cruise ships in general give you fantastic service, they are a notch above, aren't they?
They have the White Star Academy, Sean, which where their crew are trained for about 2 or 3 weeks before they're even allowed to be around you. And they come on board and they train on board the ship. And it's called the White Star Academy, and they have to graduate. And it's quite incredible. And you know, myself and the cruise director, myself and the captain, and will come down and give out the certificates, you know, as they graduate. That's the amazing theatre, the West End style Matcham theatres.
I even remember the costumes being, you know, so
elaborate,
breathtaking, elaborate,
absolutely,
and glamorous,
hand-stitched as well.
Yeah.
Beautiful, yeah.
So last time I was on Cunard was for my mum's birthday, and we had the most incredible time. Now, very important, the price on this one tonight is as good as it gets, and if you're one of those viewers that is really looking for a deal tonight, this is it. The price starts at $449. We've even got balconies, by the way, at $549. Even the singles only $779, and you are saving £550 off the brochure price there. Please give us a call as soon as you can for that one. ID number 95712. So that's 95712. Now I'm just about to move on to the next cruise, but apparently we've got. I kind of love and hate this because I don't know anything that's happening right now, but we're going to the Planet Cruise head office. Is it Rob?
It is, yes.
Rob, hello, Rob. Hi,
Rob.
Rob.
Guys, how are you?
We're good.
We're good, thank you.
We just weren't expecting you to call. What's up? What's going on?
Well, we're spoiling you this evening because we have got an absolute treat for anyone looking for a last-minute cruise. We've got one of our more popular ships from the show from the last few months, the Magellan, so Cruise and Maritime.
Yeah.
23rd of this month, so 23rd of October for 15 nights out of Tilbury from just $579 per person.
Wow.
Over
2 weeks.
Was that 15 nights?
15 nights, and the outside cabin just a further £100, $679 per person.
That's amazing. Where's it going to, Rob?
We've got a great itinerary, like I say, out of Tilbury. We've got Amsterdam, Gibraltar, Lanzarote, Tenerife, Gran Canaria, Madeira, Lisbon. A few days at sea in there as well to enjoy the ship. And also we've got single cabins on this for any single passengers watching from just $959, so less than £1,000.
Incredible. So winter sun,
days away.
Winter sun.
That's
just
amazing. It's just getting chilly now, isn't it? So to know you're going to this warmer climate.
And $579 for 15 nights, going on the 23rd of October out of London Tilbury. Yeah.
Yeah, live today, these prices. So if anyone wants to be one of the first to get it at that, then we've got an office full of people just waiting for the phone call today.
Brilliant.
Apparently, they've just worked out in the gallery it's £38.60 a night.
Whoa. Really?
Yeah. Our B&B cost us £80, didn't it, Keith?
It did cost us £80. I know that was for a double room.
Rob, thank you so much. Do our viewers need to call tonight, really, for that one?
You probably think so at that price, yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Rob.
Rob, thank
Not
you
a problem,
so
guys.
much.
Speak to you soon.
Wow.
Wow.
That's another little bonus to the show, isn't it? It really is.
I just hate not knowing all the deals.
£38 a night, that's incredible.
And it's 15 nights, wasn't it?
15 nights, $579 out of London Tilbury, going on the 23rd of October, out to the Canaries.
That has just come in, literally just come in. Anyway, our next cruise we can tell you about because it's on board the Royal Viking, and it's the most amazing way of discovering Egypt and the Nile, of course. And it's a luxury river cruise. I've always wanted to do this, Keith.
Well, the Nile, of course, Sean, the longest river in the world. The Egyptians used to think that that it was kind of the linkway, the causeway, if you like, between life and death. There's a host of famous people that we equate with this, including Caesar Augustus and, of course, Cleopatra herself, sailing down there, being fanned, being rowed down on that Roman terrene. It's an incredible chance for you to go and see the real treasures of Egypt in beautiful style. This is the top of many people's bucket lists. It's a wonderful calm river, a wonderful chance for you just to float down it, to go past it, floating through people's back gardens. The ships themselves, you mentioned there, of course, a 5-star river cruise, and it is. This is a company that specialise in holidays to Egypt, out to Jordan, to Israel. They specialise in this area, and so they're really good to go to. One of the bonuses here is that you get 10 tours included. You have a qualified Egyptologist travelling with you on board, Sean, who is there to guide you and to give you information as you go to all these amazing places. And all the cabins on board this wonderful ship are beautiful kind of French balcony outsides. There's 68 of them, so not many people on board to share this experience with. It's going to be wonderfully personal and private. And you've got a great chance to enjoy the facilities of a pool on board, the kind of open air, al fresco dining and inside. And of course, there's a great drinks package you can add to this as well. And you've got this wonderful, this is actually one of the newest boats. It was 2009 she was created.
We were looking at her earlier on, and she's really special, actually.
Really, really special. And you know that's actually really quite young for one of the ships that works the Nile, 2009. Yeah. So great opportunity.
I really do fancy this one. Anyway, talk us through, actually, because this is a part of the world I really don't know too well.
Okay,
so we're flying to Luxor, aren't we?
You are, yes. And this is you're going to go over what we call the Nile's West Bank. This is amazing. This is the avenue of the Sphinx. Now the great thing here is this area dates back again to the 16th century BC, before Christ. And the Valley of the Kings, of course, a final resting place for over 100 pharaohs and noblemen. You've got amazing things for you to see. You saw some of the photos there. Queen Hatshepsut, the temple there, who of course ruled. She was called the Iron Lady. Their Iron Lady, not Maggie Thatcher. Maggie Thatcher, pre-runner, 22 years. Yeah, an incredible thing. And you're going to have a tour that takes you over there to explore the Valley of the Kings, to see the Temple of Hatshepsut, my pronunciation here is terrible, the Valley of the Queens, and then to go and see the Colossi of Menrem, and then go back and have lunch on board, and then sail upstream, and overnight.
And all the tours are included, you say, Keith?
Tours are all included. There's a couple of optional extras if you want to add in, but you've got 10 basic tours all included.
Right.
Then the next day you're in Edfu and Komombo, and this is a great opportunity for you to go to a Temple of Horus. You know, the wonderful Eye of Horus that so kind of features in most kind of sci-fi and fantasy that you might know about, and of course in Egyptian writing. And then the cruise continues upstream to Komobo, where in the late afternoon you get a chance to go to an amazing temple there dedicated to the gods Horisis and Sobek. And then you go back on board the ship and then sail upstream. So you're really getting right into the heart here of Egypt. You're going to places that are very difficult to visit unless you were travelling down the Nile. And you certainly wouldn't be able to do this in much depth if you're doing a normal cruise where you go into a port in the Red Sea and then go in. Next you're in Aswan, and this is great because you've got an overnight on board. And Aswan's larger but much quieter than Luxor. It's Egypt's southernmost city, one of the most really beautiful, sits alongside one of the best stretches of the Nile, wide and green stretches dotted with pretty islands and high desert hills. Really gorgeous, and from here you can go through, as you see, to the Aswan Temple. There's a great mausoleum as well, the Aga Khan Mausoleum, and again you get a tour to go to the granite quarries, to go to the unfinished obelisk, to go to the Temple of Philae, and also to go after lunch then along traditional Egyptian sailing boats, and you get your lunch included as you cruise down on a traditional Egyptian sailing boat. Again, that's all included. Really beautiful. Then from there, the next day, of course, you're still in Aswan because you've got an overnight there, chance to roam around and just have a look at some of the stuff. And also, there's an optional tour here to go to Simbel to see the 4 colossal statues of Ramesses II, which for many people will be the highlight of the cruise. That's a good one to do. Then you've got a day of Nile River cruising, just taking in all the beautiful surroundings as you sail down this amazing part of Egypt before you go to Luxor, where you get an overnight. And this for me is the real key. Luxor is gorgeous. It's unique amongst the world's cities. It was originally built on the site of ancient Thebes. Over 4,000 years it sat there, and it's home to some of the most spectacular ancient sites in the world. Wherever you go, you'll be taken in by the amazing buildings and the statues that you can see. You saw photos before, but you get a chance here to go to the Temple of Karnak, an enormous complex of 3 temples. You also get a chance to then wander down into the Avenue of Sphinxes that you saw a photo of right at the start. That also is your chance now to tour this, and all these tours are included in this visit to Luxor. And then the great thing to do if you want to is you can add in a sound and light show at Cunard Temple in the evening, and I've done this because I used to cruise around the Red Sea for a couple of years with Thompson, and it's amazing. They do a massive light display on the side of the pyramids and the buildings in Luxor, and it's at night, and it's absolutely so magical, Sean, to music and to light. It's incredible. It's eerily beautiful, and again will be a wonderful way to finish off your cruise. But look at that! Imagine walking down there feeling like you are Indiana Jones.
I mean, this is a cruise you will never, ever forget. You know, those memories are going to stay with you for life, aren't they? And it's really affordable. This is what's impressing me today. You're getting a river view from $799. Now, as Keith mentioned, free up to 10 shore excursions. What is really, really important to point out on this one is that there is no single supplement. So that single starts at $799. And in fact, all the dates that we've got available, none of them have a single supplement attached to them. And Keith, even if you're going for a single room, do we still get a view?
Absolutely, yeah. You get the same room. So if you're a single supplement, the great thing is you get in the same room as everyone else.
Wow.
The 68 rooms are all the same. They've all got these wonderful kind of Juliet balconies where it opens up and you can just look outside and get a feel of Egypt.
They're one of the best single offers we've ever had.
It's incredible. It's really good. You're not being penalised for being a solo traveller.
And forgot to mention, drinks package only £90 there as well, which is really good. And loads of highlights. It looks review, cabins there, full board. That's your buffet breakfast, lunch and dinner, evening entertainment, 10 excursions included, and that qualified Egyptologist to guide you around.
So important. And this company, they've been operating out this area for a long time, Sean. They only use local guides, they use local people, they really get in, a qualified Egyptologist that comes from the area who really knows their stuff.
It's going to make such a difference, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Right, I want to share with you the prices. They are really, really good on all of the dates, actually, but there is no single supplement on this one. So all of our, we have lots of emails and tweets regularly from single ladies and gents. This is the one to go for if you've ever wanted to do a luxury Nile River cruise there as well. I really think that one's good.
Got to say, lovely tweet here from Janice, Sean. She says, just got back from a great cruise, booked through Planet Cruise, shopping now for another. Love the show, Keith and Sean. That's from Janice. Thank you so much. And there's a lovely one here from Myra. I always pronounce your name wrong, Myra, and I hope I've got it right this time, rather than Mira. She says, it's so cold here. Please take us to some warm destinations.
There you go.
By the way, great show. So
thank you.
Good. So hopefully we are.
We've got loads.
You can't get warmer than Egypt, can you?
No, although we have got Dubai coming up right now. Forgot to mention just on that last cruise, by the way, you could also do a 7-night stay in a 4-star inclusive hotel as well for just $269. You could add that onto the river cruise. Ask our call centre for more details. But more sun, more heat. And this is with MSC. We've got a really good show tonight, Keith, haven't we?
Really have, because this is another great chance to get some winter sun in an amazing part of the world.
Well, I know one of our presenters, Hayley's, just booked a cruise with MSC. Here's your chance right now. Tell us about the MSC brand, Keith, for those that have never cruised with us. So,
funnily enough, we're going out and filming with MSC later this year.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, we're quite excited about on MSC Divina. MSC stands for Mediterranean Shipping Company. They've been around since the 1960s. They're the largest privately family-owned cruise line. They've got a massive shipbuilding program where they build beautiful, big, modern ships with things like Swarovski crystal staircases, great use of light in their ships, big windows, pouring the light into their designs, and things like onyx and walnut being used as well. You're seeing the beautiful ships. Think about everything that's Italian. Think about those big names like Ferrari and Ducati, Versace, and then put that again into the cruise ship world. You've also got great cuisine, of course, Mediterranean-based cuisine, great risottos and pastas, great wine list. You've got really friendly, they're super friendly. In fact, quite often they have big discounts on children travelling, so always get in touch and find out about that. They do love their food. Think about everything to do with food and how important that is in Italian lifestyle, and then put that into a ship environment. Remember, it's an international ship, so you're going to be with people from all over the world. And I know particularly my old landlord, for instance, he absolutely loved it because he wanted to go and meet people. He didn't want to cruise with loads of Brits, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you want to go and meet people on your holiday and feel like you're not so much of necessarily a tourist. And this is a great way of doing that, still within a beautiful cruise ship environment.
What I really like about this as well is the time of year that you're going to be cruising, because it's December to March, the dates here. When the weather's absolutely miserable here in the UK, you're going to get some great winter. So starts off with a flight to Dubai. I don't know how much a return flight would cost, but I would have thought it could cost the best part of the $599 on the screen.
Absolutely, Sean, and more, depending on who you're flying with, and that's why this is such good value. And again, you saw there with the #1 seller for MSC in the UK. So Dubai, and you've got a wonderful chance here to get on board your ship and then to sail out from Dubai. We'll come back to Dubai at the end. Go to Abu Dhabi, or Abu Dhabi Do, as I love calling it. And this is great. 200 different islands. You've got the Grand Mosque there, which is an incredible, one of the largest mosques in the world. It's free to enter. You've got this incredible vistas that you can go and walk around in. And I often thought, used to be when I was away, I think, well, do I really want to go and see a mosque? Yes, absolutely go and do it. I've seen them all over the world, and this is one of the very, very best. There's also, if you're there with a family or you're a bit of a thrill seeker, you've got places like Ferrari World with a 150-mile-an-hour roller coaster for you to enjoy. Or you've got Water World, which of course is a big water world, and it's really, really good fun. You've also got great, excellent tax-free shopping. You've got beautiful beaches that you can go and relax on. Remember, there's over 200 islands here. But the big thing I recommend going to do is to go out to Mazkar, which is just on the Mazkar city, and it's the world's first pioneering zero-carbon development. It's powered by the sun and by the wind, and you get taken round in this wonderful little bubble car, these 4-seater driverless pods. It's guided round on rails, and it's an incredible experience. Go and do it. Mazkar city. It's a view of the future, but a good future. Okay, then we're going from here through to Muscat, Oman, and this was a favourite of the Queen of Sheba, no less. Cleopatra, now we're talking about Sheba. Now, this is beautiful. You've got a long, graceful waterfront. You've got these terracotta mountains framing the backdrop there that you can see. You've got the Mutra Kanish, which is this long waterfront district where the locals will be out, and you can chat to them and drink some coffee and sit down in a cafe. Or you can go and haggle in the Mutra Souk, maybe get the smell of incense and go and haggle for a pashmina or a dagger, or go diving. This is where Prince Charles and many other diving enthusiasts dive in this particular area. It's beautiful. Or head into the desert in a 4x4. Then you go to Khor El Fakhan. I have pronounced that correctly. And this sits in the shadow of the Hajar Mountains. It translates as the Creek of Two Jaws. And this literally this should be your beach day. It's got the best beaches in Oman. And great diving, great snorkeling again. Just a great day just to kick back and get some sun and top up the tan. Then we go through to Kasab in Oman again. This is the Norway of Arabia. You've got elegant fjords full of bottlenose and spinner dolphins, and you explore these fjords by these beautiful old wooden dhow boats. And as you sail down again, the dolphin pods come up and swim alongside the ship. You go through these gorgeous fjords. There's old forts, there's little fishing communities on the coast that you can go and explore.
I mean, this is a really different day in the cruise, isn't it?
Very different, Sean, very different indeed. And again, this is a part of the world that many people won't have ever explored. They may not have even thought about exploring, and it opens up a whole new world to you. Whole different communities, very friendly, very welcoming, completely different kind of stunning, if you like, vistas that you can see.
I think it really highlights how many different experiences you do have on one cruise holiday.
Absolutely, because from there you're then going back to Dubai, where you've got an overnight on board, and this is where it gets completely different. Chalk and cheese, you're totally right, Sean, because now we go to Dubai in a desert where nothing existed, 30 years ago. Now you've got this huge metropolis where everything's the biggest, the brightest, the largest, the fastest, and it's an incredible chance for you to maybe dine like a lord in some of the big posh restaurants where Gary Rhodes and many other people, Gordon Ramsay, have, or go and eat some of the wonderful street food. Go and trace the history in the Dubai Museum and see the history of the Berbers. Head out into the desert, try sand surfing, lie on a beach, go to the underwater aquariums. We're in the desert, but you've got aquariums, you've got award-winning golf courses, you can go skiing, and there's camel beauty competitions. You know what I mean? I always say this.
I actually thought you were taking the mickey when you first said that.
because there's camel racing and horse racing are huge out there in Dubai. But no, honestly, the camels, there's some real lookers, and you know what I mean? And really beautiful. And again, of course, shopping. I mean, this is the big thing. It's a great place to go shopping. And you've got so much more than I've even mentioned. The Burj Al Arab, the first 7-star, self-proclaimed 7-star hotel, Sean, set in the image of a sail with an underwater restaurant. There it is. It's absolutely incredible.
I mean, to think you're going to expense all of that, and your price is $599. Wow. Can we just see the ship one final time? Because, with MSC, we are talking about really opulent, beautiful cruise ships. You can see here, and you're going to be about experiencing all of this. And for anyone that's ever thinks, it's a cruise holiday going to be dull, how can it possibly be dull when you've got so much on board the ship and then so many destinations as well?
And people are saying this online. Greg Smith's got in touch. He says MSC Musica, great value. And then Ian Holdroyd here saying unreal price for Dubai. So people could realise this. They can see the price we've got here. That's a sushi bar on board. You know what I love about MSC as well is they have a partnership with Italy. which is the slow food revolution out of Italy. And it means that all their restaurants are kind of fall under this Italy revolution, which is the big name in Italian cuisine. So we already think about good food, we think about Italy.
Yeah,
so to have the best of Italy brought on board the ship, it gives you an idea.
Wow, I really like that one. Right, let's just break down what's included. Now, first of all, your return flights. You could be paying that kind of price just for return flights, and they're from London Heathrow. You will get that fabulous overnight on board in Dubai, and on some of those dates you only need a deposit. We do anticipate we're going to have a very busy show tonight, so if you do want that one, $599 is the lead price. Just want to share with you some of the other prices on the different rooms. We have got a Christmas date, by the way, December the 15th there, so you would be there away on Christmas Day. But if you look at some of the other dates there, you're only paying a few pounds more to have an ocean view or a balcony even as well. And because the temperature is going to be so good, to have your own personal balcony would be really nice, wouldn't it?
Absolutely, a real bargain. Need to say a big hello to Mariella on Twitter as well, who's got in touch. She said, can we say hello to her before bedtime? So hello, Mariella.
Hello.
Thanks for watching.
Hello. Right. We're going to move on now to P&O. This is, again, look at the price, and this one starts at $639, and it's a lovely Mediterranean cruise, but you're going to get to see Italy, Corsica, Greece, some lovely ports, actually. But Captain Keith is here to tell us more. What's you?
At just 77,000 tonnes, P&O Cruises Oceana may not be the biggest in the fleet, but she certainly packs a mighty punch. Fresh from her recent refitting, she was extensively and expensively refurbished and looks absolutely beautiful. Oh. You know, as a proud Englishman, the centre of my universe has always been my local pub. And on P&O, you really won't go wrong by visiting this beautiful yacht and compass nautically themed pub, which serves up a healthy selection of Britain's best. On top of that, you can really live the high life on this ship with the bubbles of the Magnum Champagne bar, or dancing into the wee hours in the chic Le Club. Whether you choose the more traditional fixed dining of the Adriatic or the freedom dining of the Ligurian, both restaurants serve up consistently delicious food from an ever-smiling army of knowledgeable waiters. For those who prefer their dining al fresco, then why not try a super tender steak at the Horizon Grill on deck 14? You guarantee great taste and even better views. Or pop along and let Marco Pierre White dazzle your taste buds at Café Jardin. Friendly and interactive, as well as diverse, Oceana offers many entertainment options, from the high-rolling fun of the Monte Carlo Club to the cabaret and comedy of Starlights. You can pop along to the atrium for a classical recital, or head here for a pint and watch your favourite team in the Winners Sports Bar. And then, after a great meal, go to the Footlights Theatre, where you'll be hard-pressed to believe that you're not actually sitting in the West End. Stylish and inviting, Oceana's cabins come in all shapes and sizes, from spacious and fully equipped suites like this, offering a host of extra special touches, to mini suites, balcony cabins and standard inside or outside cabins. But all come with a host of mod cons and the daily steward service, plus the all-important tea and coffee making facilities. Because if you're like me, you can't even face the rest of the world without at least one cup of coffee.
God, she looks a beautiful ship.
Yeah, she's a great ship.
Yeah.
Of course, she's P&O, so it's a really British, welcoming environment. You know, she's not too big, 77,000 tonnes as well. She's got a
like
nice mid-size ship. Big enough to give you everything you want, but small enough to still remain personal.
And beautiful places on this one, because we fly you over to Venice, first of all. That's got to be one of the best ports to cruise out of, isn't it?
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
You know, what a start to your cruise. You know, it's the romance
It really
there.
sets the scene, doesn't it?
It really sets the scene. You're going to sail out right down the centre of the Grand Canal, you know, right past St Mark's Square. It's quite incredible to have that start, you know, to see the little James Bond boats going past, little vaporettos, and literally right past here, the Piazza San Marco, which is just incredible. So that's your start. It doesn't get better than that. Relaxing day at sea, heading on down the Adriatic, which is incredible. Keep an eye out. You know, when I was there with Melanie recently, she, you know, that first day she spotted a couple of whales when she was upstairs in the gym. It wasn't me in my trunks, thanks, Sean. Okay, so then we go through to...
I wasn't saying anything.
You gave me a look. You couldn't see it, you gave me a look. Okay, so your first port of call now, down the edge of the coast here, is Kotor. This is an incredible arrival. Be out on deck an hour and a half before you arrive. Southern Europe's longest and most dramatic fjord, and as you sail into it, you come into this beautiful area where the walled city burrows into the hillside. It's an old city. The medieval centre is a charming jumble of narrow alleyways, of piazzas, of churches, of palaces, of cafes, of clubs, of bars, of restaurants. It's got a great maritime museum. It's got the Lake Cunard National Park on your front doorstep, and you've got the wine road where you can head out and try some of that wonderful vino. Glass of vino. Then we're going to go through from there through to Corfu. Gorgeous island here. We're now into Greece properly. I love Corfu, and it's a great chance for you to explore this part of the world which is supposed to cast a spell upon you, according to Shakespeare's Tempest, which he set here. Millions of silvery olive trees gracing the hillside, and again the scent of lemon blossom in the air. Best thing to do here, maybe head out to Monrepos, yeah, and beautiful kind of some Roman ruins there, great little area where you can swim in the sea. Walk around the old town, it's really great and really cheap as well, really dead cheap for shopping, for food, for coffee, and then you can head out into the beautiful countryside and get great views from places like Bella Vista and see some of these dramatic coastline. Then we're going to be cruising the Straits of Messina as you go then back down, and you see there that the straits that go in between Sicily and right at the edge of the boot of Italy. You can see it there, quite incredible, before you then come all the way through to Rome. So you're not actually stopping in Messina, you're just cruising the Straits, but we've got it on the map there. Before you then stop in Rome, Rome, this is incredible, of course. It's a chance for you to go and say hello to the Pope, to go to Vatican City, to see the many fountains that litter this city. I'm going to be, of course, here later this month. As I said to you, I'm doing a trip, and we'll be doing some videoing and bring that for you to watch, so keep watching. You've got the Roman Forum for you to wander through in the footsteps of Julius Caesar. There's great shopping, down via Condotte with big names like Valentino and Gucci. And, of course, the things like the Colosseum, which you can't get anywhere else in the world.
I mean, it's such an amazing place, but I only went to Rome for the first time a couple of years ago, and I thought, God, why hadn't I been here sooner? But a cruise ship does allow you, again, to see so many different places, doesn't it?
To dip your toe and then decide if you want to go back more. Yeah, and if you like parks, try Park Borghese. It's absolutely gorgeous, Sean. Got a great art gallery as well. Really great chance for you to get a couple of hours out of the heat in the afternoon. Then we're going through from Rome through to Ajaccio in Corsica. I love this island. It's called the Perfumed Isle. Of course, it gave us Napoleon Bonaparte, that small man with a big attitude from France, who really conquered the world. And, it's a great place because you can go to Ajaccio, is pretty much where he's born, so there's little statues of him everywhere. There's great little beaches. I used to be on this beach it's about 10 minutes from where you dock, and there's a little market en route where we have beautiful spicy Corsican sausage and these wonderful little honey cakes and plum liqueur, and you've also got a chance to go into the mainland. Pretty Gorge is absolutely stunning, and it's really really deep plunging mountains, very green, gorgeous roads to explore by car or motorbike, and then again cracking what's that called? Coastline. Thank you. Okay, and then finally back to Genoa. Oh, I'm good. Here we go. The market square of the Mediterranean.
What's so lovely about booking ahead, because we've got dates for April right the way through to October 2016. You only need to place a deposit tonight, and then you've got lots of time to look forward to this, to plan it, of course. I never feel right unless I've got a cruise to look forward to. Well, this one, forgot to mention, it's only coming quite late on today, but we are going to now include free Wi-Fi, 120 minutes of internet time for use on board. That's just coming on this one, actually. Return flights based on London. We can also find you flights from Birmingham, Manchester or Glasgow. And obviously, the sooner you book this, the better we can get you those flights, of course, as well. And there are slight differences in terms of itineraries, just depending on departure dates.
Andrea Pritchard has got in touch on Twitter. She says she's going on the Oceana Venice to Genoa next year. Third time on the Oceania. She absolutely loves it. Incredible.
Well, beautiful ship. Now, price-wise, you can actually upgrade tonight to an outside from £30 per person. So it would be really silly not to do that, wouldn't it?
It would be. I mean, that is a that's actually crazy.
Yeah, it just means you get all of that natural light, all of those lovely views. We've also got really keen prices on the balconies. You might even want to treat yourself to a suite, of course.
You know what I always say? If you want to really sleep and just sleep and never know what time it is, get an inside cabin. I used to have them on board because you don't know what time it is because it's enclosed. So it's great if you want a holiday just to kind of recover completely and be like a zombie. combi, then an inside cabin is absolutely perfect.
And,
Really is.
and they're still really spacious as well.
They're
aren't
really
they? Yeah,
spacious.
they're great.
They're great. They're great value. Yeah,
But,
they really are.
you know, if you do want to see everything that's going on, go for an outside or a balcony, of course, as well.
Can I just say here,
Yes,
N.A. Burton's got in touch on Twitter and says, you're a great remedy for a migraine. Loving the show as always.
Oh, that's good. As long as we're not giving you a migraine, that's
No,
fine.
that's a good way round.
We love presenting the show because even if I've had a bit of a bad day, or Keith, you know, you're the same, it cheers us up, doesn't it?
Of course it does.
Great
Lovely
show.
people watching and great deals.
Anyway, right, we're going to go to the phone lines again. And we've got Glenn on the phone lines. Glenn, are you there?
Hello guys, how are you? You
Oh,
okay?
it's Glenn. It's Glenn, that's been on the show.
Glenn.
Yes,
How are you, Glenn?
yes. I'm back at work.
I bet you're busy tonight, aren't you, Glenn?
Well, yeah, it is. The phones are going really, really mad because we had that little phone in earlier from Rob. But we've just got another little cheeky one coming now for the 5th of November. All sort of last-minute sailings, but great deals. And this is going to be the best offer to get you down to the Caribbean, I think, this year.
Caribbean.
5th of November on Thompson's Celebration, 17-night cruise, sailing from Malaga. Flights included on this one from Gatwick, supplements from other airports, and it's a free upgrade to an outside cabin, 17 nights for $879 per person.
Get away. To the Caribbean?
Yeah, we start at Malaga down to Gibraltar, obviously Funchal, Madeira, and then once you hit the Caribbean, you've got Antigua, St. Martin, St. Kitts, Dominica, St. Lucia, Bequia, Grenada, and then fly back from Barbados, 879.
Hang on, 6 Caribbean ports as well in that cruise.
6 Caribbean ports, 879, transfer flight, Gatwick.
So, hang on, my brain's not working today, Glenn. So,
Well, yeah, go on.
no change there, obviously. So, 879, how many nights was it again?
17 nights altogether. It's
That's
a
incredible.
repositioning cruise over to the Caribbean. We've already been selling this, but it was a bit higher a little while ago. The price is coming down now, and it's been raining all day in Portsmouth. I think I'm going to book it myself.
God, I'd love to book that. Is it? Did you say that was that for an inside cabin, Glenn?
No. Free upgrade to an outside
Free
cabin.
upgrade.
They've upgraded you to a window.
What's the number for Planet Cruise? I'm going to give them a ring.
I thought you had it on speed dial, Keith, the amount of cruises you do.
That one's going to fly tonight,
That's
Glenn, isn't
incredible.
it?
That's really
Yeah,
good.
it's going to be busy. We haven't got many seats left on Gatwick, so please, if you want to book that, book it tonight. And as I say, we have got supplements on other regional airports if you want them.
5th of November, yeah?
5th of November.
What a way to celebrate. That's got to be one of the best offers ever.
That
with
is
the
an
Caribbean
explosive
cruise.
deal.
It is. Oh.
I like that. You are on fire tonight.
Yeah, well,
You're a
we're
great
all
guy.
ready to go, so just give us a call, guys. We'll get you booked on nice and quickly.
Right, Glenn, thank
Okay,
you
cheers, Glenn.
so much. That is amazing. It really is. All right, listen, we better let you get back to the phone lines. I know we're going
Yeah,
to be
I'll see you in a
super
few
busy.
weeks when I pop up to the studio. See you soon, guys.
Brilliant.
See you soon, Glenn.
Thank you, Glenn.
Didn't you hear my great guy joke? You're a great guy.
I did, I just ignored
Guy
it.
Fawkes. It's just-
I tell you, that was good, though, wasn't it, Keith?
It was good.
Your jokes were amazing, too, obviously, mate. They really were. I can see why you were the top cruise director for 12 years running, yeah. With gags like that, can't you? Yeah.
Hey, I can keep them coming.
Yeah.
I can be here all night if you like.
The audience are leaving. Now, just to recap, because seriously, we knew nothing about these offers. So my producer's helping me here to recap. The first one was the 23rd of October with Cruise and Maritime, 15 nights, and it was 579. That took you from Tilbury over to all of the Canary Islands, so you're getting some great winter sun. Then Glenn just called in. I remember this now. 5th of November, Thompson, 17 nights from Gatwick, and it was 879, and you got an upgrade to an outside cabin as well. Worked out £51 per person per night now. That's amazing for the Caribbean. For the Caribbean.
With your food, with entertainment,
I know.
with your flights. It's just absolutely incredible.
Can I just say, I know Glenn said there's not a huge amount of space left there, so you need to give us a call tonight if you can. Right, final cruise, kids. What a show.
Incredible, isn't it?
But we're going to finish with a biggie on board the Norwegian Star with Norwegian Cruise Lines. I really like, actually. And this one is, from Singapore all the way over to Hong Kong.
I just thought that last deal was dynamite. Do you get it? Dynamite. It's just. No, we better move on. That's fine.
Yeah, because we're finishing with a bang with this one, aren't we?
Oh, that's not bad at all. You've lit my fuse.
Oh, God.
Right, come on.
Right. Let's take you on board. Here we go. Because we're flying over to Singapore, first of all.
Yeah, this is incredible. So this is the one we all said, didn't we, Sean, at the start? You know, if we had the time, we would go and do this particular cruise, because Singapore as a start for 2 nights in a 4-star hotel is a great start to any cruise. This is Southeast Asia's main metropolis. It's full of modern high-rise buildings, Chinese shop houses with red tiled roofs, and Victorian buildings like Raffles, Buddhist temples, Arab bazaars. You've got so much on your front doorstep. Great shopping, an Orchard Road. You've got a great zoo with a night safari with over 900 nocturnal animals. You've got the fashion scene. You've got the world's largest walking bird aviary there, the Jurong Bird Park. That's the Marina Bay Sands Hotel. Took 3 months to raise that up and place it on the top. But sitting there, having a cocktail, looking over the city by day or by night is magical in this artificial beach that they've created at the top. These are pictures from Raffles Hotel, the originator of the Singapore Sling and the Long Bar there. And it's it really is an amazing city. One of my old best mates lives out there now, and he's been out there for several years. And he absolutely loves it. He doesn't want to come home, he really doesn't.
I'm going to be there in about 6 weeks' time on a cruise, Keith, and I just can't wait. I really can't.
Honestly, you are going to love it. You're going to fall in love, Sean. You're going to fall in love. Then we've got a relaxing day at sea after you just got on board this beautiful ship. So we need to find out more, don't we, about Norwegian Cruise Lines?
We do. Some of you may have never cruised with Norwegian Cruise Lines. I have 3 times, actually, and I had a great time. Let's just take you out. I think what I love, Keith, is just it's a very relaxed atmosphere. You know, there's no set times, anything like that.
It's freestyle cruising, Sean. Again, if your idea of cruising is all dim lighting, string quartets, tuxedos and ballroom dancing, this will blow that out of the water. It really, really will. You know, it's very laid back. It could almost be horizontal. You've got the wonderful, great water parks on board that you're seeing here, with things like, you know, the Aqua Racer, where you can race in tandem against a friend, huge rock walls. You've got a great abundance of different restaurants on board where you can eat.
And you can turn up any time, can't you?
Absolutely,
you know?
yeah. And the food's from all over the world. You can have a la carte 7-course menus, or get some Spanish tapas. You might be serenaded in a private candlelight dinner. You play, you know, Wii on a 2-story screen like that. Or maybe you're going to head out and do some 10-pin bowling. And again, a very informal kind of style. There is that formality there. If you want to go and have a more a la carte meal, you can do.
Of course.
A great opportunity. There's adult-only areas on board the ships as well. And NCL I love, because they introduced to the industry for the first time the studio cabin for solo cruisers, where solo cruisers go in dedicated cabins in a dedicated exclusive area with their own bar, and these special cabins, and they brought that to the industry, so you have that as well. You also have the haven that they have very much on these ships as well, where you've got all the wonderful suite classes, you know, and places just for the suites to go and enjoy, and have restaurants and private decks. And entertainment, I've not even mentioned entertainment, but Norwegian really do push the entertainment up. I mean, they were the people that brought the Blue Man Group, that we'll know from Las Vegas.
Yes, of course they were, yeah.
To the sea, which is incredible. Cirque Dreams dinner, you know, where they come down on the silks as you're dining on your food, and they're twiddling down all around you and doing amazing acrobat.
And I take it, because it's kind of laid back and casual, that you still don't get the great high standards and service, because you really do.
Oh, you absolutely do. It's just in a much more laid back, informal setting.
I've had a great time, and we'll definitely cruise with them again. Anyway, with obviously taken to Singapore, you've got 2 nights there. We've embarked this gorgeous ship, the Norwegian Star, and it's an 11-night cruise, this one, isn't it?
It is. You've got a relaxing day at sea to enjoy all that entertainment, all that great food. You might even want to get out your cabin. Do you know what I mean? They've got a great selection of different staterooms on board for you to enjoy. And then you're going to first port of call is Koh Samui, this magical island, of course. If you've read the beach by Alex Garland, or you've seen the film, it immortalised Koh Samui. This is a legendary island. I've spent many happy months here, and it's here that you can just walk down beaches lined with coconut palms with this gorgeous white sand, go swimming in that turquoise sea. You can gaze up at the big Buddha. You can go and see the Namong waterfall. Enjoy a traditional monkey show. The reason being, for years they've used monkeys to throw down the coconuts. So they shimmy up the tree and they throw down the coconuts, and they turn it into a show. It's really good fun to see. Okay, then we're going to move on now, because you're then going to go further up into the Gulf of Thailand, into Lam Shabang. This is your port of call for Bangkok, the world's hottest capital city. You're going to see some incredible footage now coming in about Bangkok and Thailand itself. What's really great about Thailand, Sean, is it's the only country in Southeast Asia that was never colonised. So it really does retain a great sense of cultural authenticity. Not only with the cuisine, with the wonderful lemongrass and coconut flavours that they do with the curries and the wonderful spicy fish cakes, but also when you meet the wonderful land of smiles and these gorgeous, friendly people. Doing a ride in a tuk-tuk is probably one of the funnest things you'll do, and if you like roller coasters, then that's definitely something for you. You can head out to the Tiger Temple, see the Buddhist monks there that have made friends with these big, cuddly pussycats that are Slightly bigger than Pussycats. You've also got the, you've got the floating temples where you can go and haggle and get. Here we go. Imagine going down on these boats here and getting some wonderful fresh fruit or doing some wonderful street food. And then you've got the wonderful temples all over Thailand, dedicated, of course, to to various religions. It's absolutely incredible. And I've not even mentioned some of the temples in Bangkok itself, like Wat Po and Wat Arun, Temple of Dawn. Incredible. You've got. Heading out to the countryside, of course, you can go and see the wonderful elephants, and then you've got amazing beaches all the way down. It's an incredible place for you to get lost in. If you want to see the old traveller vibe in Bangkok, head to Khao San Road, and if you want to really open up your eyes, go to Soi Cowboy, and then you'll certainly see the kind of spicier side of Bangkok, shall we say. You're giving me a sly smile, Sean. I'm sure you've wandered down there. But it's an incredible, magical place, and again, a country which will forever stay in your memory once you visit it. You'll want to go back time and time and time. There's a tuk-tuk. That's a tuk-tuk.
Oh,
it's such good fun.
I tell you what's so nice is when you are visiting all these beautiful areas, when you do it on board a cruise ship, just everything is so well organised, everything feels so safe and secure, doesn't it?
It does, it really, really does. And then you're going to then go back down the Gulf of Thailand, back round now to a different country completely, because now you're going through to your third country of the cruise, if you like, counting Singapore, because you're now in Vietnam. And this is a great chance for you to go to Ho Chi Minh City, the former Saigon, that we'll know, that kind of glistening, magical city. This is a city where the motorbike rules, where crossing the road can be quite fun. This is right in the centre here, where you can kind of head up to the top and look at great views over the whole of the city. I do recommend, if you can, that you do head to the Rex Hotel, and from there everything's very walkable, and you can actually go and have a cocktail right at the top and see where the old press conferences used to be held during the war. You can head into the mind-blowing Ben Thanh Market, where literally everything is for sale, and there's great street food there, and paddle down the Mekong River. Really great. And then from here we're going through to Nha Trang. Again, this is Vietnam. In fact, it's the beach capital of Vietnam, Sean. Towering mountains looming up behind these sweeping beaches. Great for scuba diving, great for relaxing on a beach. Lots of little islands you can go and explore as well. Then relaxing day at sea. Before we then go over to another completely different place, we're now going over to China. This is Sanya. This is incredible. And it's the most tropical of China's places. It's known as China's Hawaii. Has 20-kilometre long beach. 20-kilometre long beach. It's incredible. And this is where a lot of the Chinese come on honeymoon and have amazing New Year celebrations here as well. It's a great place to go and see. Then you've got a relaxing day at sea before you go back to Hong Kong, or back to Hong Kong, you go to Hong Kong. And when you get to Hong Kong, you're getting off the ship, and then you've got an extra 2 nights that we're giving you in a cracking hotel, 4-star hotel in the centre of Hong Kong. This place that means Fragrant Harbour, where you have this magical harbour which is lit up every night in this light show at 8 p.m. Which, it's just something you mustn't miss. Again, Hong Kong, known for its shopping, known for the fact it's got loads of beautiful restaurants you can go and eat in, known for the incredible opportunity to head up Victoria Peak, take the old tram up there, and then look at amazing views over the whole of the city.
I was just thinking, this is what Planet Cruise are so good at, not just giving you the great cruise, but realising that rather than just fly to Singapore and get straight on the ship, or, then disembark in Hong Kong and go straight home. They are giving you the extra hotel stays where you really need them.
Absolutely, you do. The great thing is, the most horrible thing about being on a cruise ship sometimes is when it comes to an end, and when you have to go home. But with this, it's great, because you've still got another couple of days of your holiday to enjoy.
By the way, we're seeing the inside of the ship here. You'll notice there's some beautiful bars and restaurants. If you go for an ocean view above on this, you will get a free all-inclusive drinks package. Now, the difference in terms of price, an ocean view is only £100 more. So you will get an all-inclusive drinks package. It's worth spending that extra £100 and going for the ocean view. Return flights, of course, based on London. We can find flights from most UK airports to suit. And as I just mentioned, you get the extra 2 nights in those 4-star hotels. Right, free drinks if you go for the ocean view on this one, and that includes spirits and cocktails, wine by the glass, bottled draft beers, fountain soda and juice.
Yes.
Yeah, they're in now. Go on, Keith.
I think they can see anyway, but I want to say it's an extra £100 for that ocean view.
Yeah,
that drinks package is worth far more than that, because it's an 11-night drinks package.
Yeah, very good point.
So it's really good value. So it's a no-brainer in a sense. Go for the ocean view.
Or even the balcony, not much more as well. Right, my teeth are in. here is a reminder of everything we see. I think it's been an amazing show in terms of the deals. We started off with a massive price reduction on board the Queen Victoria here. Now, the price has come down by £5.50 on this. It starts at just £449 today. And if you want to book that one, the ID number is 95712. But I know that one's going to be going very, very quickly. Don't forget, you can stay in the Meon Valley Marriott the night before from just £75 per person. And you get free parking and return port transfers. We then have a chance to really discover the best of the Nile on board this luxury river cruise with Royal Viking there. So the price is only $799. No single supplement on this one. Very important. So on any of the dates, there is no single supplement. You can add a drinks package. That's only £90 for the drinks package. And if you'd like to add on an extra 7-night all-inclusive stay in a 4-star hotel, we can do that from just $269 to make it a 2-week holiday. Then, of course, we had the amazing offer with MSC. This is your 8-night Abu Dhabi, or Abu Dhabi Do, as Keith says. Dubai and the Emirates cruise there, $599. What an amazing offer. We mentioned earlier you could pay that just for flights, I'd have thought. And the ID number is 80547. Then a lovely cruise with P&O. This is aboard the Oceana, and it's a 7-night Italy, Corsica and Greece cruise from Venice. Free Wi-Fi has just been added to this, so you get 120 minutes free Wi-Fi, and we've got flights available from London, but also Birmingham, Manchester or Glasgow for just a supplement there as well. ID number is 97707. And then we had that amazing offer to finish with, of course, Norwegian Cruise Lines. On board the Norwegian Star, this one is a trip of a lifetime, Singapore to Hong Kong, from under £1,800. And my advice, and Keith's, go for the Ocean View. It's only £100 more, and you get a free all-inclusive drinks package, which is worth far more than that extra £100 per person there over those 11 nights. Right, we are nearly out of time. Can we just say thank you to everybody that's booked a cruise tonight? What time are the phone lines open till, Keith?
10 o'clock tonight.
10 o'clock, and first thing tomorrow morning, of course.
Absolutely.
And any more tweets, Keith?
Yeah, absolutely. Nell says, you two are very excitable tonight. Great show, very entertaining. Thank you, Nell. Marilyn Woodward, you two are better Anson Deck. We love the show. Love Marilyn and Dave. And Karen Robinson, loving the banter, my favourite show on TV each week. And then you started something here because Martin says, good to see a T-shirt that almost fits you tonight. One day.
Well, maybe stop going for the XX small and go for the extra small next week, Keith. Now, don't forget, you can check out all of the deals and Keith's fashion tips on our website, the Planet Cruise website. And if you didn't see anything you liked tonight, hopefully you did, we can find you any cruise with any company. We can make deals bespoke. We can add hotels, trips, anything
Absolutely.
like that.
If you haven't seen what you wanted on the show, then get in touch, have a look online or get in touch.
But the most important thing is to give us a call on that free phone number. Keith, thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh, that amazing deal with Thompson, guys.
Yeah, the 2 hot picks. You've got to book that Thompson one. I'd love to do that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
We'll be back next week. Loads more coming up next.